Hello again. Um, the last live I was um, offering an invitation to the perps to come in here and enjoy a little chat with me. I'm going to try this again, see if we can get any of them that has any cojones to step up to the plate. I mean, they want to be blatant about this shit. Hello there, TI News. If they, hello, human trafficked and tortured military operation. Just for general purposes, we're gonna try and get the perps with some balls to come in here and, you know, tell them tell me how they really feel. I mean, the ones that are personally, messing with me, but anyone would be fine. I really don't care. I mean, my sentiment is still the same, even though I'm not. I haven't been up all night. It's only 11:13 right now, but they kept me all up all night with their V2K chatter. Whichever ones it was that live here near me are in cahoots with them. I said exactly who they are. I got no problem saying who they are, where they live now. I don't care. What are you gonna do? Gonna say I doxed you? I don't really give a shit. I really don't give a shit anymore. You've done so much slandering and trashing of my life. Whatever. Excuse me. Oh, I'm always talking about how they're gonna come kill me and how they say do the same thing to other targets. They're gonna go after your family and whatnot. Well, like this emblem right here, he ain't gonna come and save you. You gotta save yourselves. Superman ain't gonna come and save you. You gotta save yourself. Because it's obvious that the police ain't gonna do shit for you. No law enforcement's gonna even listen to you. You can't get a fucking lawyer to listen to you about this shit. So I guess you have to either be Batman or Columbo all on your own, or Superman. You want to be Superman, you can be Superman. I don't really give a shit. But the reality is there's a cognitive dissonance in our society today towards gang stalking. It's common knowledge. It isn't like people don't know what's happening. It's been in the news now, and it's happening to diplomats and people. Put them in separate categories: regular people and diplomats. officials. Well, this is what human traffic thinks. I personally can't argue that they're evil as shit and cowardly as hell, and just like any other bullies, they have to have a group or an audience. Well, I'm perfectly fine here. Come right here, right over to the side here. Oh, I'm sorry. The side here is a link. You can come into the backstage, and I'll bring you up here, and you can just confront a target, me, and we can talk about it. We can talk about your issue. I'll provide you with a tissue or maybe a kick in the ass, and we can live our lives and get on with the next day. Now, should you be a target, you can come up here and I'll talk nice to you. I'm not going to treat you like shit like I would a stalker. I think news already knows that. Pretty much everybody else that's ever watched my channel. So if you're one of these self-proclaimed perps, or if you're a stalker, let's hear from you. Let's hear your side of this story, how you feel like it's okay for you to fuck with people's lives incessantly 24 hours a day, and cause damage to them, whatever you're doing with all this bullshit you're pulling. The ruination of their credibility, their lives, harassment, all that shit. Come talk about it. You're blatant with it anyway. You act like you're not afraid of anything happening to you. Well, come talk about it. Click that link. You don't have to come on camera. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't really want to see your face. I just want to hear your voice. I don't care if you use a fake name. You could come on here as I'm a dipshit gang stalker, some bitch, whatever. I don't care. You can come on. Come in the chat and let's hear it. Let's hear from one of you gang stalkers, because I know you're out there. Let's hear it. Chief Handler, you're always talking shit to me. Come on here. Come on. Be a man. Click that link. Don't be a bitch. Click that link. Like I said last night, I know most likely none of them are going to have balls to ever click a link like and say that and come up here and talk. Did have one that wasn't really, I don't really consider he was being such a perp. He was just fucking around, but even though it was playing a game, talking about burning my house down and coming and killing me, I didn't think it was funny. But I don't think it was a game. I think that it was a game that he's saying that he was joking. But anyway, and for any of the perps, hi Odyssey K. Perps are stealing our body area network and making money to torture innocent victims. All the while we are being robbed and financial suffering. Yeah. Intellectual property and all kinds of shit being stolen from us. And slander, whatever, perp shit going on. When is this going to end? You know, news, I wish I really had an answer for that. because like I was just saying, it isn't like Superman. Superman here is going to come flying out of the sky and um, put his foot down, saying, I'm doing something about gang stalking. So I don't know. I don't know when it's going to end. Personally, I was looking through the timeline of my stalking itself, my personal gang stalking, the stalkers doing their shit to me. Um, I had been recording the stuff that they say they're going to do to me on my Facebook and stuff quite a while, and I haven't said anything for a little while, a couple months, but there for a while I was pretty much documenting everything, the who's and the what the hell they're saying they're going to do and what they're saying about me. And they're so repetitive about it. I pretty much said all that I can say that's gonna, like that. Like I said, that's pretty much all I can say about it. I mean, their story, their slander, their lies, their bullshit doesn't change. They're so repetitive about this shit all the time. Say the same crap every day. I know News played a video of somebody that was talking about how repetitive they are with it. And I was saying, "Oh, it's over. You're over. We're coming to get you. It's over. You're over." I was like, that was pretty funny. And he had the other guy. I don't know. He was like, sounded like somebody from the UK or whatever, but he was talking about, I'm going to tear you apart. Remember when it was funny that I'm going to fucking ruin you. I was like laughing my ass off because the dude sounded cool, funny as shit. I don't remember the video, but he was playing it. It wasn't showing him. It had some I don't know, somebody dressed up weird, and the guy was talking, and it just wasn't making really any sense except for I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna I'm gonna come and beat you down to dust. I was just laughing my ass off at that. It's like I liked it. I liked it a lot. Um, I don't. Um, I don't really. I don't really think that he gave a flying fuck what he was saying. He was just he was just talking, but it was funny. Um, they and my last live after yesterday morning. It was early this morning, or yeah, it was still this morning. It was early this morning at like 5 o'clock. They were they were harassing me all night on V2K, talking all kinds of trash, and I just, oh, okay, I'm gonna do a live this morning. I'm going to say every one of your names. I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to say everything about you, all the, like, some of the shit you've done. I'm not hiding your identity anymore, Ian Sendra, Rhonda Bujanowski, just like that. I'm saying all their names. I don't give a fuck. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I got them off of public records. And you live near me. It isn't like it's a secret. Your Twitters and your Instagrams. I mean, it isn't like you keep it a secret when you come here and fucking stand in front of my house talking shit and holding your arms out and yelling at the front of my house. Is that supposed to be discreet? I mean, what the fuck, right? When you come outside of your house with a hatchet and say, "Hey, come on, let's finish this." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'll be right there." And I was. He didn't have balls to do nothing. I was gonna defend the fuck out of myself and show him what that hatchet would taste like stuck up his ass. But since then, since that time, I don't know if he was told to be more discreet, because now he just says shit in his house like, I'll hear the V2K, and then I'll hear him saying something in reference to the what's going on in the V2K, and through his door. When I have my window open, I have my window closed lately, so I don't hear much. I don't hear a lot of the bullshit they're doing outside as I usually do during the summertime. But it doesn't really, it hasn't escalated. It's just like I was saying, the repetitive shit they do just over and over and over. It's like waterboarding. If you understand what waterboarding is, I'm sure you do. It's a little bitty continuous torture. Mike, the mud you know. Well, speak of the devil.
What's up, Scott?
Hi, Mike.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. I'm
So,
doing good.
so are you not still doing the perping thing, or what?
No, I'm just on my computer. It's late, and I'm just watching your stream.
You just
Yeah,
so,
I'm just
so
gang stalking you right now, Scott.
I know. See what I
Yeah.
mean? Well, at least you got a couple nuts, okay? At least you got the balls to say it, right? You got the balls to say you're doing it. You're
Scott,
doing the thing.
we're gonna beam V2K at you tonight.
They are, dude.
Are they?
You don't have to say that. If both of us shut up right now, you'd probably hear it.
I don't hear it.
You don't. Well, that shit that I've recorded, that's what I hear all day, every day. That kind of shit all fucking day, every day. And I don't care anymore. They can
Oh yeah.
suck my fucking balls.
They're after you, Scott. They want
I
your
really,
art.
I really don't give a fuck anymore.
What do you think they're after now?
The same thing they've always been after:
Your art?
my art and my music.
Damn.
And it's just gonna keep going. I really don't care anymore. I mean, fuck them.
Scott, are you gonna play that game again? That mech game?
What game?
That mech game you played with the robots and stuff?
Oh, on here?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You like that?
Yeah, that was a good stream.
That's Mech Arena. I play Mech Warrior Online. I play a bunch of video games.
Oh yeah.
Quite a few video games, yeah.
Yeah, I actually can't even be here. Like, I was about to go to sleep, but I just wanted to hop in and say what's up.
Well, I know you aren't the guy that said you were Agent 45.
No,
That was some other piece of shit that.
I'm 45 more minutes. That was me.
That was you.
Yeah, I'm Muddy. No, 45 more
Dude,
minutes.
that was some fucked up shit.
I,
You
I'm
really pissed me off that day,
I'm
motherfucker.
Odyssey K in the chat as well.
You're on V2K, huh?
No, Sai's my friend. Do you know Sai?
What about Sai?
He's a buddy of mine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but he is actually being gang stalked.
yeah. Well, I am too.
Maybe you guys can get together and
I've talked to Cy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
he's a
talked
cool
to
guy.
Cy. Never had him on my channel, but he's been in the chat before.
Do you like my profile picture?
Is that really you?
No, it's not me.
Oh, is that somebody you're stalking?
Yeah, it's somebody It's somebody like you, Scott.
Somebody like me?
Yeah,
Not quite. Not quite.
he thinks he's being stalked, stuff like that.
He thinks he's what?
Being stalked.
Maybe he is.
I don't think he is.
I'm not imagining this shit, dude. Sorry. I know that's what you think, but that shit ain't right.
Anyway, Scott, I gotta go to bed, man.
You have a good night then.
You too. Enjoy your Mountain Dew and your cigarette.
Keep up the stalking.
I will.
All right. But anyway, yeah, that's How do you know? Well, not the guy, the picture, but um, but like you say, they treat it like it's a joke. Some people don't believe it. It's not a joke, though. It's not a joke. This shit's happening. Your space key is going out. Yeah, I had to add a USB keyboard to my laptop here because the W key is fucked. So I have a USB keyboard on it right now. I can't afford to buy a fucking new $50 Steel Series laptop keyboard. So I just bought this cheap $5 fucking USB keyboard to keep it going. But so you have one person that for lack of a better term, perped me on my channel and had the balls to come up and talk to you about it. Now he says he was just, playing a game or whatever, but gang stalking is not a game. I know this is, kind of different. You're seeing something different here, but I even reported that shit. I reported that shit that he did, and he knows I fucking reported that shit. and the attitude right there is, I don't know how to explain that little whatever it was, but him and someone else, I guess he's saying he was that person, came in here talking about they're gonna burn my house down and come and kill me and shit. Now, if that's a joke, I don't know. I don't know how to take that. Whatever. But he did actually come in and talk. Regardless if he says it's a joke or not, that's some perpy shit, right? Am I wrong? Is that some perpy shit or what? See, that's some perpy shit. Odyssey saying some perpy shit. Odyssey just say he sabotaged your space key. TI News. But anyway, gang stalkers have hacked my computer before. I was without a computer for like a year. They've stolen music from me. try to take credit for artwork from me and whatnot. This is real shit. I'm not just, you know, but I've gotten past giving a fuck about them and anything to do with it. I mean, make an anti-stalker song. I kind of did. I played it on here actually. It was called Right Here on YouTube. Was the name of it, and it was just a few chords and me singing some lyrics. You can go back and find it. But like I said, now that shit that he's doing right there, that ain't what's going on with my neighbors and the other people stalking. He's just being a troll, fucking around. That Muddy No guy, it was just in here, I think. But as far as real, you know, the real gang stalkers going on, I mean, I don't know, maybe he is a real gang stalker, but I really don't give a shit. He had some balls. He's willing to come in here and shoot the shit even. But I don't really think that a real gang stalker perp is going to come in here and want to talk on my show and, you know, get real with it. I really don't. So you can steal what? That song? So you're trying to perp me here, are you now, Odyssey K? You trying to troll me, motherfucker? Are you trying to troll me, bitch? Are you fucking serious? Are you trying to troll me, motherfucker? Shit. Pay my dead. Plus, my damn headphones broke. What the fuck are you doing? What happened? Oh, you're a mud, you know? Are you really? Yeah, you are a fucking noob, motherfucker. No, I'm pretty sure he's an agent. He's a perp, but he thinks it's funny. He thinks it's a joke. You sat on your headphones. Why'd you do that? Will, why the fuck would you do that? You didn't see him, huh? Was that a headset? Purplicious. Yeah. The fucking here, the Purplicious right here. Purplicious noob right here. Odyssey. Well, good for you, because I ain't made shit on it. But anyhow. That isn't really smart to say, even if you're bullshitting, to be honest. Oh, you getting down, dog? My dog got to get down. But for whatever reason, Odyssey's been coming in here quite a while, right? You've been coming in here quite a while. I'm sure he doesn't like it. I don't have to ask him. That's a dumb fucking statement. Like that's probably the dumbest fucking statement I think I've heard out of your mouth. Or out of your text. But can you top it? Can you say something even more ridiculous? Are you able to be even stupider than that, Odyssey? Come on, let's hear it. But no, I know better than that. You're not Muddy, you know. You're not Agent 45 more minutes. You guys aren't all those names aren't one person. Absolutely certain of that shit. I don't know shit about Targeted Tony. I don't care what his name is. Ask who about watercolors. But to be perfectly honest, I know that 2.6 million people have seen my my B2K record. Well, actually, listen to, because it's just a picture that I painted as the screen, but the recording is, you know, mine too. And 2.6 million people have seen and heard that. So, in that respect, I'm kind of famous, I guess. I mean, I have 160 subs on my channel, but I know there's at least 2.6 million fucking idiots that know my name. You don't know what means. What don't you know what means? Just ask him about watercolors. Is that what you're saying? You don't know what watercolors means? Watercolors are paint. That's what watercolors are. So I guess you did top that last that statement about Ask Cy how he likes being stalked, because you don't know what the fuck watercolors are. Let me see here. Let me see if I can show you what watercolors look like. Okay, I'll upload a file. I'll show you what some fucking watercolors look like, genius. There's nothing in there. Got my camera roll. Nothing in there. Downloads. I'm looking for some pictures. No, I don't want it. It doesn't want to fucking show any pictures that I have. It's not coming up green shots. My camera roll is empty. Oh well. There's stuff in there. It's just not showing it. Well, we're just not going to share shit. Oh, I thought you meant a code name for something. Maybe he does. You'll have to ask him. Oh, so you do know what watercolors are. All right. So what do you mean by saying ask him about watercolors? News. Enlighten this young perp here. Enlighten the young perp here, whether that's a code name. To be honest, though, I've always known Odyssey K was perping me, but I never said anything before. Oh, he has a watercolor video. I see. But yeah. Well, let's see if we can get another purplicious retard up here to say some stupid shit. Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, no, yeah, non-perps, targeted individuals are perfectly welcome up here too, but always. But I just have an open invitation out right now for any shithead gang stalker that wants to come up here and talk shit to me. I don't care. No, he's a perp, dude. He's being a perp. He's saying some perpy shit, dude. I mean, this right here, this fucking comment, right here, this right here, that's some perpy shit because he knows that I have gang stalkers stealing my artwork and my music. That's some perpy shit to even fucking say that to me. You're being a perp though. You're acting like one. But okay, you're not a perp. You're just being an asshole and trolling me like a perp. Is that good enough? Does that settle that? I won't call you a perp anymore. Because I know you've been coming in here a long time. I'm just kind of trolling you back. Hope you like it. Good night, says Muddy, you know. Fuck you, Muddy. Fuck you, Muddy. Good night to you, too. What, did he tell you that I'm B2K, Odyssey? Or was he telling you from the bedroom? Hope I don't start a lover's quarrel. Shit. So so news, you want to come up here and chat? You want to come up here and talk news? You got anything new to talk about? Anything purplicious that you want to talk about? Anything purplicious you want to say? I just figured I'd try and antagonize some of my antagonists into growing a pair and confronting me in person rather than hiding behind V2K and shit. You know, that's what this is about. Anyway, it doesn't matter really. I just, if you want to come up or not. I'm just burning StreamYard time right now. I took a nice hot bath after heating my water in the pan 3 or 4 times. Since I don't have gas to the water heater in the bathroom that the landlord saw fit to turn off last December 18th. Almost a year now. If we happen to get another stimulus pack, I'll buy another stimulus check. I'll buy a on-demand water heater, but I can't afford to buy one right now. I had bought this one it's a Chinese one. It was only $100. It worked for a couple weeks and quit. It was a little on-demand water heater. It worked fine for a little bit, but it quit. And the issue is the when Rigo lived where the little gang stalker bitch Ian moved in after they got rid of Rigo, he had a bunch of rats, and when he moved they came over here and destroyed all my water lines, so I had to redo all my water lines, and I've spent a lot of my money doing that and doing other stuff, buying flooring and stuff and fixing other shit that they destroyed in here, like my holding tanks. I had to fix that, one of my holding tanks. So like I said, I live in an RV. And if you douchebags, you're made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of my my artwork and my music, give a dog a fucking bone, bitch. Help me out here. I'll write some more fucking music for you. You can steal, bitch. But anyway, this is I'm running out of shit to say. Nobody wants to talk now. I think I think I've got the perps on the run. Chief Handler don't come in here no more. He knows better than to come in here. I'll fuck his ass up. And I've had other perps come in here that I've gave what for. And I probably will again when they show up. But come on up here and talk, News. You aren't doing nothing, right? Come on, get up in here and talk. Come up here and talk to me. I'm tired of talking to myself. Or anyone else for that matter. I don't really care. Perp, Target, I don't care. Got something to say, come in here and say it. Or I could just start talking about what my perps have done. I mean, I'm not afraid to do that. I'm sure they wouldn't like it. But some of the people have already told you who they are. Wouldn't like it, but I really don't care what they like. I don't like them either. But I was in okay, well, let's just talk. I went over to another Target's channel. I'm not going to mention her name. Not going to put her on the spot, but people on our chat were talking shit about me and about how I talked about how I'm, I know Audio Slave took one of my songs, got a hold of one of my songs, whatever. However, it got in their fucking hands and recorded it. And I was driving to work one day, and all of a sudden on the radio, here's this song I wrote, and I don't do this very often, but it made me cry. It teared me up and pissed me off quite a bit. I got really mad, really sad all at once. Hearing my song on the radio and not being able to do shit about it. But the last few years, this fucker and those fuckers over there and this fucker over here have been, he was talking about tonight. Oh, I'm watching him take a shower right now. When I was taking a bath. He's talking about, yeah, I watch him do everything. I watch him take a shit. I watch him take a bath, blah, blah, blah. On B2K, they're all talking this shit. And, oh, yeah, I stole his music. I stole his art, blah, blah, blah. They don't care. They don't care because no one's looking at it. No one's doing anything about it. About what these people are doing to us. Like to you, News, and to other targets, like other people that they're doing this shit to. And as sad as it is, when you get people, like, even though I don't really care, none of you know comes in here talking shit. I don't really give a fuck. I mean, making a joke about it, like it's a joke. It's a joke to them, but it isn't to us. I mean, ruining people's lives is not a joke. I don't care how funny you think it is. Stealing their identity, stealing their hard work, and whatever else. Hi, Burger Boy. We up to? Gave me a burger heart Christmas tree. You gonna have a burger by the tree waiting for you? There's a good morning and best wishes to your day. Thank you, but yeah. this is about as good as it gets. I don't considering what you were talking about, news, as far as where the shit's gonna end. Wherever it ends, it's not going to end good. It's going to end badly. But I was watching another video of another T.I. I've been looking at a couple of her videos, and they've got her homeless and fucking with her really hard. And it really bothered me. But what can I do? I don't have money. I'm a target myself. I think about the same thing. Fucking, what can I do for someone else when I'm in the same boat? That's why I try to research and find actual evidence that could possibly be used against these fucking scumbags because of what they're doing to us. But I really, like you've said, News, I don't really see a light at the end of the tunnel. I see more of an avalanche of of shit falling down the hill, and we're just standing in front of it. And that no one really gives a fuck what's happening to us. Yeah, I've seen Burger Boy around quite a bit. And doesn't ever really say anything detrimental to anybody about it. I don't know what your motives are, Burger Boy, for frequenting TI channels, but as I've noticed, I don't think you have any issues with TIs. I don't think you personally are a TI, are you? Are you targeted? I haven't ever asked you. I don't know for sure. But I guess it doesn't really matter whether you are or not. But, appreciate you coming into the chat and passing burgers around. People need food, man. People need to eat. All the burger love. Well, that's basically what I was kind of talking about with this other target I'm talking about. She's having a real rough go of it. But I know she's not alone in that. But being homeless can't be fun for anyone. I've been homeless before. I've been without a place to live and whatnot. But I'm not going to go into that. But even though it's just an RV, it's a roof over my head. It's a leaky roof. I'm gonna fix it, but it's at least a roof, and I can cook food. And even though I don't have a hot water heater, I can take a bath by heating water. Um, at least I have internet. I'm able to maintain this channel for whatever that's worth. I really, I started out this channel to try and raise awareness for targeted individuals and maybe find out, some solutions for them, for us. But that was a couple years ago when I started talking about it on YouTube. It had been happening to me for a couple years or so before that, but at least the overt part. Like I said, I've come to the realization that it's been happening to me for a lot longer than 4 years. It's more like 20 some years. I don't believe in coincidence. When after you've been overtly gang stalked and you do enough research, you realize that some of this shit that's been happening to you in the overt fashion has been happening to you in a covert fashion a lot longer than that. I don't really see a plausible outcome to where, like, one day it's all gonna stop, because as it goes, once they get done with a target, like once they get done with me or you, they're just gonna pick somebody else and do the same shit to them, because before me they were targeting someone else, and they were targeting someone else before that. And once they've got you to either die or whatever the end game for you is, they move on to somebody else. So I don't know what a lot of you think. They pretty much ruined Christmas for me. The idea of, the holidays and whatever like that, birthdays, shit like that. I was talking to my wife tonight about did we want to put up the tree? So we have a little 2 foot tall tree that we usually put up every year, and it's usually been up before now, but it isn't up, and I don't really care. I mean, don't have money to put gifts under it. Not gonna have money, but that's not important. She's still here with me. Even though they've done their best to try and ruin that too. When they were first targeting, doing the overt shit, we got to fighting a lot. And she would grab her stuff and leave, and saying she's not coming back, but she always comes back. Because, you know, I'm trying to tell her about what these fuckers are doing to me, and it would make her feel some kind of way, and make her feel like I'm torturing her with it. So I don't really talk to her about it that much anymore. She knows about it. She understands about it. But when I bring it up, there's that attitude of like, doesn't want to hear it. But I don't know. I don't know if that's really important anymore to me, whether talking about it does anything or not, because people really don't give a fuck that you're being targeted. When you tell them, it's like, oh, that's terrible, let's move on to something else. I've been frequenting channels that have to do with true crime, and there's this group of people that are always on panel. Something to do with Natasha Cooper. I don't talk about her. I don't care about her. I don't care about those people. But I initially went there because it came up in my recommendations, and I just went to see if it had something to do with targeting and or gang stalkers, and they're having a sort of something like stalking, but like gang stalking, but not the same thing. They got people doxing each other and fucking with people and talking shit about them, but the difference is those people are doing it right blatantly out here on YouTube against each other and shit, and it's not good, but they aren't dealing with remote neural monitoring and B2K and street theater and whatnot. But they do have an issue with like slander and shit like that, and people threats and whatever. But it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. I'm just saying, it's not the same thing. It has some of the same tactics as far as the conspiring with each other to fuck somebody over, but and there's a lot of backbiting and shit talk, but it's not gang stalking in the sense of being a targeted individual. At least it doesn't appear to be. But they tend to go to each other's channels and then go back to their channels and make little videos about them, whatever. And it's a back and forth thing. It looks like it's not a one-sided thing like gang stalking is, where you've got the gang stalkers doing their hide and seek shit, where they aren't, they haven't got the guts to start a YouTube channel openly and gang stalk you. And and show that they're surveying you and shit like that. But it doesn't really matter. It's still not right, but it is different. Um, they're not being subjected to V2K and remote neural monitoring and having their identity stolen and that kind and the kind of stuff that happens to us being stalked, gang stalked. But I'm not going to talk about that anymore because that's not important to me really. I've been to the channels and whatnot, and I'll go there and I'll listen, talk to people, but I've brought up gang stalking there, and I've been on the channel talking about it before. But it was like, oh yeah, that's terrible. And then they'd go back to talking about Natasha Cooper or Robbie or whoever the fuck they're talking about being, oh, he's talking shit about me, blah, blah, blah. Hey, community. Hello, Carolina Chris. But in a real sense, like I said, it's a different kind of harassment than what a targeted individual has to deal with. They're not being tortured with dew weapons. They're, like I said, not being V2K'd 24/7 and waterboarded. They just got people calling them names on some other channel, making stupid videos about them. And they're able to clap back at the people doing it rather than an unseen enemy that you can't fucking, even though you might know who they are, it's a different animal. Gang stalkers perform their stalking in a different kind of way than a blatant channel where they're talking shit about you on it. Now, granted, I'm sure that the gang stalkers do streams and stuff, but they only do it to people that they invite. Do it for people they invite in private. And don't do it in a public manner. They still rally people to fucking harass you and to torture you or whatever it is they're doing, but they don't put their stamp of approval on it. They're cowards about it. And in a very real sense, gang stalkers are some of the most cowardly, despicable sons of bitches to ever walk the face of the earth. Now, I had the person I had on here a little bit ago, Muddy. I don't really think he's a real gang stalker. I think he's just being, I don't know, trying to be funny about it, but trolling. But he could be. I can't, I can't say one way or another for sure. But anyway, should he really be one, he's the only one I've had actually come in here and talk to me like I'm a human. even though he doesn't really believe gang stalking exists and blah blah blah. But in a very real sense, I believe that's perpy. But but he knows how I feel, and I know he knows. um, I I frequent a lot of other TI channels. Um, I try to offer whatever insight I've gleaned from research and experience, and present it and take it or leave it. Um, I'll listen to the ideas that people think, oh, it's witchcraft or a fungus or, you know, um, it's the government. It's not. Your neighbors aren't involved, but they are. So I'll listen. I'll listen, but it's not going to change my opinion most of the time because I know my neighbors are involved. Because when you see it firsthand, it's not like they're, uh, they're hiding it. So, well, they do hide it, but they don't hide it. It's kind of weird. Um, when others are looking, they'll hide it. They're all nicey nice. But on B2K, they run their mouths 24/7 and say some of the worst shit that they can think of to you. But when you see them out here in the real world, they put on the smiley face and the politeness. And in other words, two-faced shit. But I've done my best to gather real evidence with my recording of B2K, with capturing remote neural monitoring, or should I say synthetic telepathy, in real time on my channel. I recorded V2K right in front of you live and on my channel. I could do it right now if you wanted. I could sit here for a couple minutes and shut my big mouth and let the gang stalkers V2K, take over. I've looked back at some of my videos where I'm just like sitting here talking, which I'll probably go back and look at this one. And you'll hear the V2K chatter in the background. There's nothing running in here. The only thing I have running is a heater, and it doesn't make any noise. I have my laptop going, but that doesn't make any noise. TV's not on, microwave's not on, fans aren't on, but you'll hear what sounds like muffled gibberish underwater going on, which that's what it sounds like to the microphone, but to my ear, I hear them talking shit about, whatever they're going to say, the repetitious bullshit about it. We're going to kill you, or we're coming for you, blah, blah, blah. We hate you saying this, that shit, man. We hate you going after your family, blah, blah, blah. All those things. All that same crap. And if you're a TI on B2K, you hear it every day. You know. But that's just the thing. Not all people that claim to be TIs are experiencing the same effects. They're not all being harassed in the same way. Like, as far as the street theater, I don't get that a lot. In the beginning, I did. The helicopters hovering, in the beginning, I did. But it hasn't happened quite as much in the last year or so. It seems to go in phases, or they do it long enough to realize that it's not going to work with you, certain points of it. As far as the people talking about, the color coordination or the headlight crap, stuff like that. I don't pay attention to that. It could be happening, but I don't pay attention to it. I don't focus on it. I get the things to do with my phone, where I used to get quite a few calls from places. I don't get so many calls anymore. Get the calls that hang up. Whether that's because of them commandeering my phone or whatever, my service. I don't know whether they're rerouting my phone calls somewhere else. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I haven't checked it. But what I have done is I've used Wireshark and monitored my own network before and captured them on my network, their IP addresses and their computer name. And I reported that to Norton. And they recommended that I get a whole new router and inform my my internet service. But if you're understanding what remote neural monitoring is, that won't work, because unlike the computer, how I'll copy and paste passwords without looking at them into my whatever application or page I'm looking at that I want to save a password in, I let Google remember that. I don't know any of those passwords. I don't know any of the passwords. I don't have any passwords in here. It's all in there. And I let Google take care of that. And if it gets hacked, I'll just, start over and let Google maintain that. But as far as with a router, you have the management program on your computer, or whichever one that you've got running the router site, router page. You have to input a password, and you can't do that basically with like you can with Google, and like Google will manage it. You have to manage it personally. So they have the password to it. If I change the router, I'm going to have to input a new password. They know my they know the default password, and they know the password that I've entered. So I don't bother with it. I just use Norton I don't use Wi-Fi. I've uninstalled the Wi-Fi network card on my tablet. I've uninstalled everything that has to do with Bluetooth. I've uninstalled everything that has to do with remote access. Any of things like that, so that they can't remotely connect to my computer. And the reason I did that is because I was sitting here, computer wasn't on. I think I was sitting here, but I might not have been. I might have been in the back. But I came out here and my computer was on, and it had been doing things, and I'm I know it was because they have access to my Wi-Fi and were able to turn my computer on with the wake on LAN function with the WEPS protocol because I had a password. And it didn't matter how many times I changed the password, they would be able to do that. I have Spectrum myself. I don't know if you should get a new one. If you're being remote neural monitored, okay, that's what I'm talking about with remote neural monitoring. You have to physically input a password into the field. Now you could do it in the personal password, like that. You would have to input a password for your personal computer rather than just a blanket password that that you and your wife or people in your house could use the Wi-Fi. You can set up personal passwords, but that's still going to be the same thing because you're going to have to input a password. But you would have steps that you could say, okay, well, I didn't input this password. My computer was logged on. You could use Wireshark to monitor your connection, and you would know someone had used your computer in that way. But now I got in touch with Norton, and one of the techs did something for me by basically setting up my gateway that it will only work through one port. You set up a port and a gateway, and it'll only work through that one port. So there can't be 4 or 5 ports connecting to the computer to your network. But that's the same person that recommended that I get a new router and use the user defined passwords under WEPS. Also, he recommended using a static IP protocol, but I just don't want to bother with it. So I know they have the password to my Wi-Fi. That's why I said, fuck it. I'll just uninstall I'll uninstall all the drivers for the Wi-Fi, because I don't use Wi-Fi. I use a direct cable. And when I'm done with the computer, I unplug it. I unplug the internet cable. So they're not going to remotely connect because I've turned off all access remotely. No Bluetooth. I can't use a Bluetooth device to wake shit up. Can't do any of that. Well, that's why I'm saying I've deleted them. They're not on my computer anymore. There's no Wi-Fi drivers. There's no Wi-Fi or no Bluetooth drivers. And they can't wake it up on LAN. There's no LAN. There's no wake on LAN for them to use. There's no function that they can use to turn it on from somewhere else. Well, yeah, you have to be pretty. You have to know the network protocols, and you could learn them. I mean, I'm sure you can Google whatever router it is you bought, or whatever external firewall, whatever hardware firewall you could Google, and they'll have a tutorial about how you can set it up, and you just follow that, and you could set it up. But if you have one, you ought to do that. I mean, you spent the money for it already. You might as well use it. take a little bit of time to learn how to set it up. But in reality, though, I don't think even that will stop them if they really want him there. They've got into my computer, into the BIOS, and changed the admin password. So I tried to, when I reformatted, I tried to go into the BIOS, and I couldn't get into the BIOS because I hadn't added a password. And when you don't add a password in your admin in your BIOS, you just clicked enter because you leave it blank and just click enter for default. And they added a password. So I've been in contact with Microsoft and about it. I would actually physically have to box my computer up and send it to them for whatever, a month or however long, for them to actually clean it and get rid of that password that they added, because I am not able to get in the BIOS anyway. I've called people, tried to get any way I can get around it, any loophole I can use, and there's not one. So I physically have to box the tablet up and box the laptop up and send it to them and have them get rid of it and put it back to defaults. But I can't. There's no way to do it. They told me flat out themselves. Microsoft told me that there's no way that you can do it. We can't help you from here. We'd have to have it in our hands. We can't tell you what to do because you can't do what we can do here. So I don't have money or the inclination to box my laptop up and send it to Microsoft for a month or whatever. So I just say screw it. That was when I decided, okay, well, we'll just deny them access by denying access. No Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, no remote functions. I deleted all the drivers for all that shit. None of it. It's not on my computer. So in that respect, I was using a VPN. I had a VPN. I have a VPN with Norton. Well, it won't work without those drivers, with the drivers that I deleted. And so I don't worry about it. And that's why I've done what I have with using a random password generator and just never looking at it. And letting Google know my passwords, and if something does happen that I have to retain the account somehow or reacquire it, I'll just set up a new one. I'll redo it all, and I won't know it again, and it'll probably last for another few months. Now, whether or not that really has worked, and they don't know the password, or they do know it, and they're just not doing anything, to lull me into a false sense of security, I don't know. But all I do know is that I haven't had to do anything since I've done that. Either way works for me. If they're just pretending that they don't know the passwords, that's fine. They're not doing anything to my computer. They're not screwing it up. I haven't found, files missing and pictures or whatever. Like right here. I mean, I couldn't get the pictures to come up when I was trying to share them, but they're still here. I'm looking at them right now. All the screenshots, all that stuff's in here. But when I tried to use the function where you go to share, they got this function in StreamYard where you can share screenshots or a slideshow. I was going to show a slideshow, but it won't get to them. I'm not worried about it. But I just looked and they're all still there. They're not gone. They haven't stole the files or anything. It's just that For some reason, I can't use this function on StreamYard to get to them, and I'm not worried about it. If I want to show something, I'll use a video pad, my video at the video program I got for free, and create a video, and I'll share the video. But I'm not going to do that right now. But I was thinking about showing the oh, I actually I am going to share something right now. This is interesting. I've said to you before about how they have copied my video V2K short, right? Right? Okay. I'm going to show you. I'm going to just show you. I'm going to look up myself. That's all I did is I typed my name in Google and I look at myself. Look at, here's my stuff everywhere. My family, blah, 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 whatever. Pictures of me. And here I am, right here. Coast Soccer League player list. Scott Schmier. I don't play soccer. Never played soccer. But there's somebody named Scott Schmier that's 17. Now, I have mentioned that my name right here, Scott Schmier, the last name itself, there are only 171 people on the planet with that last name. What are the odds that 2 more Scott Schmiers live in Los Angeles? What are the odds? Since there's only 171 in the world with the last name of Schmier. What are the odds? Scott Schmier, that's my records. There's also something else here that came up to do with Galaxy, with the fucking LA Galaxy. Someone named Scott Schmier played for the LA Galaxy. But anyway, I'm trying to find this one thing I wanted to show you about the V2K short, if I can find it here. That they had put it on this web page, and it has something to do with me. How they took the thing and put it on and uploaded it onto another website, and it's not coming up. I'm not finding it now, but I can just do this right here with my Twitter, where I have it on here, right there. You see that? Can you see that? I did the Clash Parkour 50 plus times. Growtopia. This is NGHEN hackhay.net. And that is my name. That is my video from YouTube with 2.6 million 1,421 views. DMCA copyright. How did they copyright my shit? Right? Right? My fucking video, my video that I clicked the link and cannot get to it. Now that you've seen that, right? Did you see that? 2.6 million views on this fucking YouTube link, which this is what happens when you click it. You get blocked by malicious website, right? Malicious site blocked. But that right there is blatant intellectual property theft. That's my fucking video. That's my name added to this fucking site right here. All right? So what do you think about that? Yeah, 2.6 million. You know, that's a fucking play button and a half, right? That I have been um disassociated from for my work. That's that has nothing to do with my artwork or my music. That's just blatant fucking stealing a video off of my channel, recording it and putting it somewhere else and getting 2.6 million 1,421 fucking gang stalkers to look at it. That's just one thing I found when I search myself. But like I was saying, I have I can show you the other stuff. I have a profile on Radaris, which I didn't create. That is using the picture that was at the bottom of that page with me in a blue shirt with a Superman logo on it, basically, that's called Captain Love. And it has that picture on the profile, but it has people that are the last name of Reed. And it says that I have an alias. I've used Scott Reed. I've never used any aliases. My name is not Reed. But also, it has me listed as deceased. Do you want me to show that to you? You want to see that? I would have to show you the copy I made, or the screenshot I made of it, but because they since I've looked at it, they've made it to where you have to pay to use the site because it's a been verified site, and they have me listed as deceased. I'm not dead. The people they have listed as my family aren't my family. None of them. Not a single fucking one of them. There's something. There's other things. A fantasy football profile using my name for fantasy football. This is just weird shit. This is weird gang stalkery perpy shit. So when I say they steal you in your identity, your likeness, your work, things like that, they do. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. I just showed you one instance, and I've showed more back in previous videos. I get people that come in here and say, why would people stalk you and blah blah blah, show me proof, show me proof. Well, I do show proof, and people don't listen to the proof. They don't listen to your evidence. They don't give a fuck about your evidence. They just want to perp you. They want to talk shit like they know what they're talking about, but they don't. I mean, and when you prove it, they either clam up or they try and get evasive and deny, and pop off with some bullshit. So, like you said, where's it going to end? When they don't, the general consensus of the public is to ignore it. That gang stalking is real. That testimonials of people like me, like you, other targets are real. That's why I talk to you about less. Get a fucking voice stress analyzer and just go through fucking people's testimonies. You want to know who's a perp and who's not a fucking perp, or a fake TI, or who's telling the truth or who's not telling the truth? Then do it. Yeah, Ruth Franklin. See, that's a perp. That's a perp posting porn shit or whatever the hell those Vask or Schwar or Vaughn or boy.fyi. This, what's up with that? What, you willing to come up and talk about that? Ruth Franklin? You want to talk about what this link here is? You people come in here and post that shit everywhere. What is it about? Because I'm not clicking it. What is it? It's perpy porn shit. It has to do with like LinkedIn. I know what it's about. I just wanted you to talk about it. But you're not going to come up here and talk about it, right? Here, come up and talk about it. Come up and tell us. Come up and tell us what the inclination is behind posting that kind of crap. And that's all you're going to post. You're not going to say anything. You're not going to post anything else. You're going to post that, and you sit there and you're going to look, or you're going to leave. Just like the other people do that do that. What is that? And I'm only asking rhetorically because I know what it is. You're perping. You're perping. It's part of the gang stalker perp tactics. Now, I don't know exactly what significance that has to do with a target. Whether on those sites you people create fucking fake LinkedIn profiles for me or for other targets, or fucking that's where you show the remote neural monitoring porn shit or psychotic shit you people do. I don't know, because I'm not going to look at it, but I've clicked the links and noticed that it goes to like dating sites or porn sites or LinkedIn. But I never went any farther than that. I stopped there because I don't want to go and get a bunch of fucking Trojans. But I did go that far. So what is it? Tell us. Enlighten us, lowly scum targets as you people think we are. Come on, enlighten us, geniuses. I have also said that, like, let's say the chief handler that makes the rounds and says, "Oh, I mock the feeble and weak-minded, and blah blah blah. You're on drugs." You know, to be perfectly honest, gang stalkers are the weak and feeble-minded individuals because they're the ones that gave in to the targeting, and they're the ones that gave in to whatever ultimatum or blackmail the fucking scum that targeted them or whatever, or offered them the job. They're the ones that gave in. They're the weak-minded, feeble people. Yeah, queef handler. I call him Chief Cock Handler. But yeah, he's a douchebag. Or she. I've pointed that out. It's probably a woman. It's probably not even a dude. I don't know. But so do you like my new format, TI, about, an open-ended invitation for gang stalkers or perps to come in here and speak to the public. I don't care. You don't have to turn your camera on. You can use a voice modulator, robot voice. I don't give a shit. Come in here and talk. Come on. Don't keep being cowards behind V2K and remote neural monitoring. Come on. Come and talk shit to me in real time, in front of real people, without voice manipulation, context manipulation, utter fucking disruption of whatever it is I've said, and change everything that I said. Like if I said you're a piece of shit, they'll say, "Oh, I just made it look like I said you were a piece of shit, not the other way around." They pull that shit all the time. No, forget V2K. Come in and really talk to me. Come on, grow a pair. That's funny. V2K talk to Scotty. they, they do that all the time. I don't need to hear that anymore. I want some real interaction so I can clap back at these fucking weasels. And not have what I've thought that they're using synthetic telepathy to change and, manipulate what I'm saying. Like, I'll call them a bitch and they'll say biscuit. They'll be saying I'll hear it on V2K that they've made me say biscuit, not bitch. Or when I say fuck you, they'll change it to I want to fucking kill you. They're stupid. The whole fucking thing. If they took anything that they've, I don't know, recorded, saved, any of the imagery, none of the crap they've done can be used in, a court with the target in there, because the target's gonna be like, well, that's a bullshit lie. I want a polygraph, motherfucker. They're full of shit. I didn't say anything like that. and the impersonating of your family and stuff and your friends that they do. Just with the V2 to do with the V2K, it's just it's really useless. It's really useless because they're not going to take you to court. They're not gonna, follow through with anything that they ever say. Like all day they're saying, oh, we're gonna sue you, or oh, we're gonna get you put in jail for telling us you're gonna kill us, blah blah blah. Or it's always, oh, look at what he just did. Like, I'll be fucking dreaming and I'll wake up and they're in the middle of like some fake staged saying it's like we're in court. Some weird stupid shit. And I'll wake up and say something and they're like, oh shit, we got to start all over again. Let's start all this over again. Because he messed up our script. Whatever. It's just it's beyond stupidity. I took an online IQ test just for fun, and I scored really high on it. And they said, "Oh, I'm going to use his answers. I'm going to take the same test and use his answers." So I got like a 148 out of 200 on it, and I took the Norwegian Mensa IQ test. I think I got 107 out of 130 or some shit, and and they're like, "This motherfucker's a genius, and I'm gonna take his answers." I'm like, whatever, just whatever. I just the lowly. What do you mean all the perps went to sleep? What do you mean? What do you mean they went to sleep? Do you mean that they don't wanna come perp me? Do you think I scared them? Do you think I made a point this morning? Did you look at that video I made? I was really pissed off. I was really. I'm not pissed off now. I think it's funny. I know it upset them that I fucking said all their names and some shit that they're doing, that they've done, like following me and fucking whatever. I really don't care anymore. You know that, right? You know that, don't you, News? That I really don't give a fuck anymore. don't give a fuck what they say anymore. They can say whatever they want on B2K because I'm being real right here. This ain't no Memorex, motherfucker. Ain't no Xerox copies going on here, bitch. And fucking Xerox copy my artwork and record it on a Memorex, fucking record my music on a Memorex. I don't give a fuck. I'm the original, bitch. But come on up here, TI News. You ain't doing shit. Get up here and talk. Get here and say something. Get up here. Come on, you know you want to. You want to talk to me. Come on. You know you do. You got something to say. You got something to say to me. Come on. It's only 1 o'clock. Aren't you off on Friday? Or you gotta go to work? Because I ain't gonna get no perps in here to talk. Ain't no more perps gonna come here and talk. They don't want to confront me. I think they know better. I'm not gonna be nice to them, really. Well, I'm not gonna say what they want me to say. That's for certain. It's getting cold again. I don't believe any of them are going to show up. I mean, I left an open-ended. I'll give them another chance to talk to me tomorrow too, and the next day, and the next day. They just said on B2K, fucking bitch, I'm gonna kill him. Whatever, gangstalker Michael. There he just said, you dirty son of a bitch. Like I said, I don't know if you can hear that shit in the background, but if whatever you're hearing, if you hear something, just ask me. I'll tell you exactly what they said. Because I hear it just fine. Like when you edited that one recording and I told you what was said at that time, that is what they said at that time. At least to me. I don't know what they said to someone else. Here, I'll crack the window and see if that helps. Did that help? Can you hear that? He just said, this motherfucker just opened the window. I'm not going to leave it open because it's cold. But that's constantly being projected in my direction towards my RV. I don't know if the microwaves pop through the walls or whatever the hell. Whichever real technology is doing it. I've researched several of the possibilities that it's a linear microwave beam, or it's hypersonic audio spotlight technology, or something of an RF band, like an SDR radio type thing. But whichever one or variation of all of them, which are very real technologies, is, remains to be seen which actual version they're perpetrating their B2K harassment, electronic harassment with. There's also ultrasonic. You can buy the little tiny, like 1 inch speakers, and you can research that. Look it up on YouTube, how you can make one of your own, and an ultrasonic speaker system that will only be audible in the line of sight of it's the linear wavelength, where it's whatever it's pointing at. Like, you can be standing next to it and not hear shit, but when you get in front of it, it's really loud. So whichever one of those technologies that they're making use of to perform B2K on people, or they could be using the RNM function and just be directly connected to your auditory nerves, cochlea, and with the synthetic telepathy, they call it, apparatus, apps, whatever, that go along with remote neural monitoring, where they're able to connect to your visual cortex. And these are very real technologies. These are not, this is not, like I say, something I'm pulling out of my ass. These are really, available technologies. With the RNM, they connect to your EMF, your EEG, EKG, and it's like a fingerprint, no two are alike. Your EMF is your own. Your brain wave patterns are your own, just like your fingerprints. There's no, you're not going to find your fingerprint on someone else's body. Just like you're not going to find your theta waves, your alpha waves, your delta waves in someone else's brain. It's going to be different. Now, like Alice was talking about, the people not wanting to shake hands with her. I had looked into that afterwards, or before that, I think. No, not afterwards, before. I had already saw something about it. The premise behind that is they don't want to make physical contact with you, because that disrupts your EMF with their EMF. They kind of do an intermingling, so it affects it. So you got two electromagnetic fields, intermingling with each other, which distorts the signal. So they don't want to shake hands with you, is what I'm thinking, according to that article I read. And that was before she even mentioned it. That's how I knew about what she was talking about. The overall scope of the patents that have been recorded at the patent office regarding BCIs, R&M technology, brain-computer interfaces. There's a lot of them. And as I had mentioned, this new phone that Elon Musk is talking about making with Tesla, flat out on the advertisement for it here on YouTube, the video talks about it's going to be connected to your brain. So that's going to have a brain-computer interface right in the phone. The technology is going to already be added. It's not going to be an application. It's going to be hardware. And of course, all the comments are on below it. Oh, this is the greatest thing ever. Blah blah blah. Yeah, sure it is. Unless you're a target, it's going to make yourself a target by buying the fucking phone. Because they're going to be able to fucking connect to your cerebellum and see what you had to eat this morning without having to worry about you showing it on Facebook. Because they're going to watch you eating it. Going to be watching you eating your dinner through your eyeballs and hear you talking to your wife live in real time without a camera, without a microphone. That's what they do with this shit. Well, I've been blabbing for 2 hours. And unless someone's gonna come up here and talk, other than me, I'm done listening to myself talk. So it's 1:13. I think I'm just going to give about 2 minutes and stop at 2:05, unless someone else decides to grace us with their presence and enlighten us with some new knowledge, or just blatantly be a dumbass. I don't really care, because I'm done talking, I think, to my 3 viewers at the present time. Whether you're a perp or whether you're a target, thanks for coming out and spending your time here. And I'll be back again tomorrow or later. I don't know. No, now we got 4 people. Now that I'm saying I'm going to stop talking, people are coming in here. There's the link if you want to come in here and chat, or if you want to come and troll me, whatever. I don't care for a minute. You want to get on here and say some stupid stuff, I don't really care. You got something to say, there's the StreamYard link. Come backstage, talk to me in private chat, talk to me in real time. I don't really care. You got some pertinent information, or just want to come up and make an ass out of yourself for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour, I really don't care. But when I get to 2:05, I'm going to end the stream. So you got about 30 seconds to make up your mind. But other than that, should no one decide to come up within the next 10 seconds, I'm going to call it a good night. And targets stay strong and perps get fucked. So have a good night.